Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Conversations with Yoders Farm. This is Eldon, and Lowell is here with me again today. Lowell, welcome to the podcast.
Hey Eldon, thanks. Good to be here as always.
It's been about a month since we last recorded an episode, so we'll try to do better in the future, but who knows?
Yep, shame on us. I guess it indicates that it's springtime outside, right?
Yeah, I guess. We missed one episode, or actually we kept postponing that episode, and now here we are, ready for what would have been the following episode, so here we are. But anyway.
A little has changed since we recorded last.
Quite a bit, actually.
The world is, I don't know, I guess it's a different place. At least it feels like a different place.
Yeah.
We are affected just like all of you are, you know?
Yeah.
Daily life is different. We're still trying to, do normal things because there are normal things that have to be done. But yeah.
Yeah, especially it's interesting for us as a small business trying to figure out what all this means for, the farm store and later on pick your own strawberries. So.
Right. So I think we'll talk a little bit about that more at the end, but yeah, we have been quite, I don't know.
It's just a lot of things.
There are a lot of things up in the air. We obviously have to get supplies and things to run our operation, and so you start, thinking about everything. What can I get? Packaging for my strawberries.
Sure.
Will I be able to source things that I need throughout the season? And he says, do I need, things that you normally order a week or two ahead of time, or of when you needed them? Do I need to be thinking, a month or two out? And, I've talked to different people, and no one knows. We don't know exactly how this is all going to shake out. So
yeah, I guess.
Anyway, but let's talk about what we know a little bit more about, which is
what has happened.
Yeah,
the status. Easier to look back.
The status of the farm. So we're here at it's today the 20th of March.
I think so, yeah.
So it's definitely springtime. We've hinted around at this that we are definitely on a fast track for an early spring, and I think it's safe to say that we're safely here now.
Yeah.
At an early spring. So,
yeah.
We'll talk tomatoes. We are picking as we have been. Nice supply of tomatoes. That spring house is almost to come in. I think there's one tomato that's starting to turn in that house. Okay. So that's just about to cut loose. One note on that, frankly, we are glad that it hasn't come in any earlier because some of our markets are in a little bit of limbo. Wholesale markets. Some of our tomatoes ended up traveling and ended up, I don't know where all they ended up, but one of our supplier or places we sold to, the local food hub, a lot of their business wholesale wise was to big
UVA
universities,
and
UVA, JMU, and those type of things, and obviously they are now shut down.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that was just a piece of the pie. A lot of our tomatoes would go to smaller farm stands and some restaurants, so forth, some of which are still in operation, and a lot of those farm stands I think will probably be open in some capacity.
Yeah.
But some of those things. Anyway, so that house is just about to begin. We're about to begin picking in that house, so glad it's not earlier, but hoping we have home for those tomatoes as we keep picking them. The little greenhouse we cleaned out. We are putting heirloom tomatoes, transplanting them, and hopefully today or tomorrow.
Okay, cool. And those are kind of end of July into June?
Yeah, hopefully
Probably.
A little earlier.
Okay.
Hopefully in June sometime if we actually get them planted soon.
But we'll have our standard tomatoes from now till then. From the greenhouses.
Yeah, so
other greenhouses.
Yeah, the other big thing is strawberry plants are definitely waking up there. We got that spring cleaning renovation done and weeding and so forth. And the plants are actually starting to grow now. They're pushing new leaves out of the centers. I've started fertilizing, and it's time to start frost protecting. We have blooms now that we intend to save,
Yeah.
to pick, as it were. The blooms turn to berries. And so, yeah, we're definitely thinking about frost. Now, the weird thing is we don't have covers actually out in a big part of our field because they were unneeded through the winter months, and but now we may need them for frost protection. So we're watching the forecast very carefully,
Mm-hmm.
and hopefully we will have enough lead time to actually get the covers out if they will be needed. Now, every year we have grown strawberries, which has been a decade or so. We have had to frost protect in the spring. I'm pretty sure we will again this year, but there's always that outside chance. What if this is the year that we wouldn't actually have to pull row covers in some parts of the field? So we're watching and seeing.
Yeah, very good. And I know it's way too early to think about when, but usually we talk about the bloom to picking is about 6 weeks.
No, closer to a month. So
Okay.
it can be a little earlier than 6 weeks.
For some reason, I was thinking 6 weeks. No, that's tomatoes. It's tomatoes from... Yeah, anyhow. All right, well, that's fascinating.
Yeah, so I'm looking around the 20th, maybe, of April, give or take. It depends on weather, to maybe have the pick your own patch open.
Yeah.
We'll have some berries in the farm store probably a week before that.
Yeah, because they ease into it. So
the Sweet Charlies they've been blooming for a little while now.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll pick them probably 10 days before the rest of the ones in the big pick your own patch.
Well, I should start doing some things that need to be done to prep for that then.
Yeah, I mean, everything seems like it's getting here a little sooner than normal. So
yeah, very good.
Yeah,
well,
other things around the farm, pretty much the same.
Do you want to talk a little bit about the strawberry school or the meeting you went down to at Virginia Beach a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, so there's a big strawberry training event, training, I guess. Basically, one day, it's in the afternoon. It's a field walk. They visit a couple farms, experts from all over the place, usually local Virginia experts. This year there were guys from Maryland there. Some years there's people from even Florida and so forth. Anyway, they walk through strawberry fields with strawberry growers, look at the crop and so forth, and talk about strawberry production issues. And then the following day is like an all-day classroom type setting, trade show. And so we were not able this year to go to the field walk portion, which is a bummer because I like that.
Yeah.
It's a very practical type of thing. You can actually, you're seeing real strawberry plants. And
you can ask questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other is really good too. So we drove down early one morning and took in that event and then drove home.
Yeah, so that was...
You can keep talking while I clear my throat here.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't see that one coming.
Yeah, no problem. Hey. So, it's... we learned some things. It's always just talking with other growers is a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
They're often, they're obviously facing the same things you are. So I had some good chats with people. The strawberry growing community is really interesting. People work together, share information. It's kind of, I don't know, most of us don't really look at ourselves as direct competition because there's usually distance between most strawberry farms.
And in other communities, I've heard that as co-opetition.
Okay, yeah. Well, even together, down in Virginia Beach, there are a lot of strawberry growers, and they sometimes their farms are right next to each other almost. Yeah. And they all seem to get along and help each other out. It's just kind of I don't know. Yeah, what you said.
Yeah.
They're
definitely competing for some of the same market, but it's...
Yeah, but somehow they make it work. And
if there's enough pie to go around,
I guess
it's okay.
Yeah. So anyway, it's kind of an interesting industry in that regard. Learn some things. There's always ongoing research. There's chemistries, talking about sprays and so forth. There are a lot of people think, well, you just pour something out of a bottle and go out and spray or whatever. No, there's a lot of research and so forth that goes into those products, and then it's an ongoing, it's an ever-changing field, I guess you'd say. There's research about possible resistance to certain chemistries and so forth, and what we need to do as growers to mitigate that. And so there, usually these meetings talk about things like that, and ways that you can practically adjust what you're doing.
Sure.
So that we talked about frost protecting, just issues, and maybe with this year being an earlier type of spring, what we need to be looking out for. And so it was good meeting. Learned some stuff, and good to see other growers that I know as well.
Yeah, it had been a couple years since you'd been able to go to this one, so it's glad you and Dad got to go down for the day.
Yeah, so everything else looks pretty good around the farm, barring a jarring late spring freeze event, which we hope does not come, because we'd be in a pickle this year.
Yeah, we would.
I mean, a lot of people would be, not just strawberry growers, but the fruit trees are blooming, and we are, like I say, it's springtime.
Yep, sure enough.
Poked in my hives the last week or so. They're really cranking. They're finding pollen, bringing it in, and the bee numbers are really exploding. So now you start worrying about the hives becoming too big for the boxes and them wanting to swarm. So trying to do things to keep that from happening as well, so they all stay around the farm where we can collect honey from them, and they can help us with pollination and so forth.
Very good.
So let's wrap things up by talking a little bit about the outbreak and what that means to us as a farm. We really don't know at this point. There are some emails and notifications coming from I guess different Virginia agricultural sources. Dad got one this morning, and saw one the other day. There are a lot of people that just are a little unsure, and some of it depends exactly what level of a shutdown or quarantine we are in. We're talking about an event which is a month away, so we're hoping.
And that event, you mean pick your own?
Yeah, when we'd actually open our farm store is open now. We're taking some precaution, talking about what we're doing out there right now.
I mean, it's a couple things we're doing. We're trying to limit contact with bodily pieces as much as possible. So Dad rigged up our credit card chip reader so the customer can just insert it instead of us having to swipe the card. Little things like that. I'm not sure what all else.
Yeah, it's basically the same as it would be in any other store. Yeah. We're trying to wipe down surfaces, keep stuff clean.
Yep.
And the emails, the alerts that we have been getting all say that it seems like the risk of spread through a food type of product is very,
very low. Yeah.
So that's good news, because we all have to eat, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But something we're obviously thinking about. So we've made a few tweaks there. Our store, generally, we don't have a ton of people in the store at one time at this time of the year anyway, so it kind of is self-limited to less than 10 people. So I'm watching what usually we pick a couple weeks behind, say, North Carolina and even Virginia Beach. So I'm watching to see what other farms are doing. Already seeing some indications. Many of them have done what we've already done in the store. Extra precaution with surfaces and so forth. The big thing is what state of a lockdown, shutdown, quarantine will we be in a month? No one really knows. Hopefully the worst is past at that point, and I don't think life will be back to normal at that point.
Yeah, it's
The
definitely
one
some things we have to figure out.
Yeah, the one advantage we do have here on the farm is a lot of open space.
Yeah.
So social distancing is something that's
What
pretty
is it,
easily
6 to 10 feet.
Yeah,
I think I've
pretty
heard.
easy to do. So we're hoping that we can. We really have to pick this strawberry crop. I mean,
Yeah, regardless
I
of
think
what happens.
it will be harvested at least as much as we can. We have invested thousands and thousands of dollars into it. It's a perfectly good crop of berries.
Well, it's a very important time for us as a farm because
so
we have kind of
rather than just say, "Oh, we're
big-
just gonna not open,"
Yeah.
we've got to figure out a way to make it work.
Yep.
And it's a food item. People still have to eat during times
Yeah.
even like this. So
Yeah.
I guess we'll just stay tuned on
Play it
on
by
that.
ear. Maybe we'll
But-
record another podcast about it.
Yeah, we will be watching to see, we can get good indications what other farms are finding works well for them, and I'm sure many of them will be thinking about it as well. And yeah, the government officials that we talk to are obviously have some interest in mind. I mean, interest in what we're doing, and they understand that farms are in this situation. So
Yeah. We've talked about some possible things we could do just around how we sell our strawberries that could help keep things a little less contacting.
Yeah, one thing we do,
but-
we allow people to bring containers in to pick. I personally don't have a problem with that, but I don't know. We might have to see about not doing that or picking only in buckets that we provide and
Yeah.
you take home with your berries or something like that. It's still unclear
Yeah.
at this point.
It's a bunch of options, things we need to be thinking about, but
The one,
Yeah.
this is, like we talked about earlier, it's unprecedented. There's just a lot of, there's concern. You have concern for your older neighbors and your older family members, and even probably some concern for your own health at times, even though, it depends what you believe in that regard. But anyway, it is heartwarming to see. I don't know, it just feels like the communities are pulling together. People
Mhm.
are pulling together. We're all kind of in this together, and I appreciate that. And
it's nice to see people working together and kind of pulling together.
sort of getting back to actually what's important in life.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Anyway.
Yeah, if nothing else, it may help shift our perspective about neighbors and friends and Republicans and Democrats. That might take a while. All right, anything else we should mention before we sign off for this episode?
I don't think so.
All right, well, if you've made it this far, thank you for listening. We appreciate it. And you can always find more information about the farm and things like that over at yodersfarm.com. Feel free to follow us on Facebook or Instagram. Those are kind of the two social media outlets that we use. And I guess that's it. So thank you all for listening, and we'll talk to you again next time. See ya.